you're okay, I actually thought it might be smart to start with the vid
Perfect.
to kind of set the tone, and then we'll just go into the content.
Love it.
Okay. Everyone can see my screen well?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. That is very full screen. All right. So, and here's my ugly face. If you guys, hello.
Oh,
Can you see me?
no, I
Oh,
don't.
you see the screen. All right. Let's do this. Let me know if you don't hear something. Just let me know. Can everyone hear that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's our kind of over kind of highlight video from kind of the summer experience. So here we go.
This LSAMP experience this summer where we sent students to Fermilab is just absolutely amazing. It's our first time where we partner with students from the application process all the way through taking them to their first day at the lab all the way to the end of the summer.
My name is Antonio Segura. I'm going into my senior year at the University of Detroit Mercy, getting my bachelor's in computer science and my master's in software engineering. My summer experience was basically just being an intern at Fermilab and getting a real-world job experience as to what being a computer programmer is like. It's a great experience to just kind of learn what I do in a workspace. It was a good experience because it was so casual. Like, it wasn't too stressful, and overall, I just feel like I learned a ton.
Hello, I am Naomi Gutierrez. I go to Loyola University. I am a rising senior, and in May 2020, I would graduate with a bachelor's in mathematics. Before this internship started, I can honestly say I was in a very close shell where I only saw math as this one not small, but just one route view. But after this program, I learned that I can apply it to many different things, and that as a professional, I grew that it's okay to ask questions and it's okay to reach out. Whether you're lost or you can want to help someone else, you can ask to guide them. But you're not alone in this, and that's very impacting for me.
One of my best experiences from the summer was really just meeting everyone from different walks of life. People from different countries, people from backgrounds different than mine, but all of us being together to kind of work on this thing. And we're out there learning, it's a new experience for everyone. Just a great experience.
I'd say my confidence did build throughout the summer. I learned that there are multiple people that have the same interests as you, whether it's more than others, but it's as if you're not alone, and it could be within any field. It could be biology, chemistry, math, physics, and it's just, you learn that you can do basically anything with a foundation of just one certain topic.
It's just been absolutely amazing to see our students grow, develop, challenge themselves. They've had some difficult experiences and they've learned how to overcome those, but they also have had some wonderful bonding and networking experiences.
I'd absolutely recommend this internship. No one expects to think they'll be prepared coming into an internship regarding a particle physics laboratory. Of course, no one is ever going to be prepared for that, but the experience is framed in such a way that you'll be able to handle it. They're not going to overwhelm you. They'll make it easy enough that you can get stuff done, but hard enough that you're learning, and it's a challenging experience.
All right. Any thoughts? Anyone that's off mute? Any thoughts on what you saw there?
That certainly looks like it's quite an experience.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. I'm watching this, and I've seen the video so many times, and I'm like, man, it actually does seem pretty cool. Can I
Yeah.
sign up, Deb? So, what we wanted to talk about tonight is a little bit of what those students experienced, what this program is about, how you can become a participant in the program, and just kind of what the process is from a registration standpoint, submitting your application, to what the selection timeline is, and what the dates are for the internship. And then just listen to any questions, general questions that you may have about the internship, about the experience, and just also if there's any questions that anyone on the line may have about LSAMP and LSMRCE in general, we'll definitely love to answer that for you. So I think before we get started, just first off, I'd like to let you know that on the line also, does everyone, I'm assuming do you know Deb at all, or do we need to just do a quick introductions, Dr. Shaw and Deb?
I watching the sorry for my I apologize for my ignorance. Watching the conference in the previous conference for Indianapolis.
Yes, we were both there.
Absolutely.
Oh,
All of us were there. Yeah. So I'm Deb Cole, and I basically serve as the project manager for this project. And this project is funded by the National Science Foundation. I sit at IUPUI in Indianapolis. That's where my actual office is. But our organization is across multiple campuses, including Chicago State University in Chicago, as well as Ohio State University in Ohio. And with that, I'm going to hand it off to Dr. Shaw.
My name's Dr. Pamela Shaw. I was at the conferences. If you were there, you remember the panel of success.
yeah.
I was the moderator for that panel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I actually am located at The Ohio State University. I'm in the College of Dentistry. I serve as the assistant dean for admissions, which might be, that's interesting. But I've been involved with the LSM program since 2003. I used to be the state director for Indiana, and I was involved in the pilot project for the Center of Excellence. So I'm still around, and my primary responsibility is to work with the group of us, the three of us, Brian and Deb, on the Fermilab experience for the summer. So it's really not just the summer, though, because Brian's correct. We work from the beginning to the end and continually after we meet the students. So it's a really rewarding experience for me.
And I'll tell you, for those online, this is a very unique. Well, first off, Deb, I did not ask you, did we hit the record button?
Yes, we are recording.
Okay. Usually we double check that. I was like, I didn't see it today. It looks like the layout of the entry here was different than normal. It's like they changed their background. So one of the things I wanted to highlight before we get into the detail about the summer is this is a very unique internship opportunity where not only do you have the support over the summer, but we actually are answering questions and trying to help you even during the application phase. So the resources that you have online tonight, we're here to help. Like, we want to ensure that you understand how to apply and the process of applying, and any comments and concerns and questions you may have. So this isn't just a, hey, go apply, move on, we'll get to you at a later date. Use this as a resource if you have questions throughout the process. Okay, so from an eligibility standpoint, we need to be an undergraduate sophomore or junior at the time of application, 4-year U.S. college or university enrollment, a 3.0 grade point average or above on a 4.0 scale, eligible to work in the United States, and majoring in the following: physics, engineering, mechanical, electrical, and computer, material science, mathematics, and computer science. The application requirements are very simple: online application, an unofficial transcript, and 2 letters of recommendation. And you'll see here on the screen, we do have what the details are from the link, and I should have said no, maybe. Let's see. Try that one more time. No.
It just takes out to the website, Brian.
And then you got to go out. Did it pop up for me?
Yeah, there it is. Or I thought it was.
No, it didn't. Didn't take me there. It's okay. I'll just do this. I'll leave it alone. But when you go here, which is LSMRCE, .org/student/Fermilab SIST -program, this is going to give you the full detail. And if you're online, I'm pretty sure Deb can easily put it inside the comment box for you.
I'm working on it right now.
Are there any questions around the eligibility and application requirements thus far?
Yes, actually. One big one that I had is I'm an international student. So I'm an international student, and I whenever I was in the Indianapolis conference, I asked Fermilab if I could still apply, and well, I asked I think it was Dr. Shaw, or I'm not sure who was at the table. I'm sorry, and they told me that yes, I could still apply. Can I still apply? Can I apply? Would that be okay if I apply?
You can, international doesn't matter. It's whether or not you're eligible to work in the United States.
To work in the U.S., yeah, that's what I was going to ask. So have you worked here in the States?
In the States? No, I need the, I just need the, I have to ask first my college for how do you call it? ODE? Yeah, ODE. But yeah, I have worked for Truman, but to work in an internship, I need my ODE.
Okay, so it sounds like it's possible.
Yes.
Okay.
I also had a question.
Yes, speak up. Is that Daniel?
No, Obed.
Obed, okay.
So my question was, right now I'm at a community college, and I'm going to transfer next year. I was wondering if I was able to apply.
You would be considered a sophomore, right, at your community college right now?
Yeah.
Then yes, you're absolutely eligible to apply. The other thing is that in addition to this one, Fermi also has one specific to community college students that we might also want to explore as well, but I definitely think that you are 100% eligible for this particular internship.
Okay, all right.
Hello.
Yep.
Hello?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I just couldn't, I'm sorry, the dialogue was a bit, it went mute for a second, so I was wondering if there was an issue, but yeah. No further questions. That was all you answered my question. Thank you.
Okay. Well, here to the left are a few key websites for the application process. As you'll see, it has general information for students, and information for faculty. If you are a faculty member that is listening to this webinar, we would like for you to please share with your students. And for students, not only can you share with yourself, but if there's a classmate that you want to share this information with, here's the link available for them as well. And I do believe, I'm pretty sure Deb pretty quickly will have this webinar posted online. So if anyone wants to go back to listen, you can share the YouTube channel as well. All right. So the most important items here are the key dates. You got to know when to apply. So starting December 1st, which if I'm not mistaken, is next Sunday. Is that correct? Next Sunday.
Correct. That's correct.
Yep. So next Sunday.
Not this Sunday.
Not this Sunday, but the Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Is when this all really gets started. And so we definitely want you to take advantage and be prepared for your application. Now, with that being said, you can see that there's a decent amount of time for the registration process. Reason being is this requires you to collect, a number of pieces of information. You have letters of recommendations and things. So this you need to, have the time to get that all together. But what I will say is this: don't wait until, January the 15th or January the 1st. Right now we're still in November. So take advantage of understanding if you're serious about this. Start the process now, slowly start piecing the things together. One of the things I recommend, and Dr. Shaw, you can speak on this as well, is from an administrator and faculty member standpoint. If you have not received those 2 letters of recommendation, I would put that request in now and give them an adequate amount of time to give you a response.
Yes.
Because you may not get a response until January.
Yeah, and remember, Thanksgiving is coming. The other holidays are coming, and people travel and they're away from their work, and things will just happen. So the sooner you can alert them, and when you do it, give them information. If you have a resume available or some type of summation of things that you've been involved in, even though they know you, you want to give them enough information to be able to make your letter really, I always say you want excellent letters of recommendation. You don't just want a letter of recommendation. So you want to make sure you equip them with information, even information that you want to tell them that's required in the letter. Don't just say, I need a letter of recommendation and here's the date. You give them the information they need so they can write something of quality for you. So, yeah.
Hey, Brian, in one of the slides, it might be hidden. There's actually a ask letter that's templated out. And we can go ahead and share that with the students maybe. It might be hidden. I might have hid it.
And I remember you always had that letter. I love it. The request for recommendation letter.
Yes. And I think it's really good. Just basic general template, for asking any sort of letter of recommendation, actually. And just like Dr. Shaw said, it also includes some detail, a little bit of detail about what it is you're asking for, kind of describes what the internship's about, and then also offers some information about what you want the faculty member to highlight in their letter, by either mentioning some sort of project that you worked on, or a particular procedure or method that you learned or that you did in their class, or a project that you worked on, preferably even outside of their class, but like they know of. Those are the things that you could try and talk about, and how this is like where your area of interest is and the types of experiences you want them to talk about in their letter. Do you have that, Brian? If not, I can show it.
No, and Deb, do you have it on your screen? Because I was wondering, we also have, I wonder if we could, if maybe we can share, if you could find it before the end, our webinar link.
Yes.
Yeah, we do have that, and
So
I really recommend it.
I'm going to share my screen, Brian. That's okay.
Okay, do I have to unshare?
We'll find out.
Yep, I think I hit up share.
All right, can you see mine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
so
there it is.
Yeah, here it is. I'm just going to quickly scroll through to get to that one letter. So here it is. Get rid of you. Move you guys down. So here it is. Basically, your salutation, who you're talking to, and I don't care how good of a friend or a mentor or a peer even feel that you have with this particular faculty member that you're asking. Always make sure to use something that's very respectful and in a very professional way. So, dear Dr. Shaw, state what you're asking for. And as you see here, we're having this crafted specifically to this internship. So I am applying for the summer internship in science and technology. Here is more information, right? So they can go explore more information. And if you notice, it's that faculty link. So it's information that your faculty member would be interested in knowing about. Then you describe the internship. You talk about this is a paid internship and it's 12 weeks long. And I'm going to be working at the Department of Energy Laboratory, specializing in high energy particles. Then you talk about how your interests is a good match and how you're a good candidate for this internship, which is kind of like giving that faculty member the information that you want them to mention in your letter. Like Dr. Shaw said, you just don't want a letter of recommendation, you want an exceptional letter of recommendation. You want this letter to come across as if you are the star pupil for this mentor. And so you need to give them as much information as possible to kind of remind them as to what your interests are and what you did in that project or what you learned from that project, that type of thing. And then you need to say what you're asking them to do. I mean, yes, you stated that you need one. Now you need to ask them, and you need to ask them politely. Then you give them a deadline. You say thank you, and then make sure you provide all of your information, including your degree, your class, and your contact information. Dr. Shaw, is there anything else that you could see that you would want to add to that maybe?
And giving them the timeline is good, but if you feel as if you're getting close to your deadline, and I don't know, does the letter go straight from the person, or does it go to the student to the application?
It goes basically in the application. You give the names of the individuals.
Okay.
That will be providing you a letter of recommendation.
So they're going to send it in. So don't hesitate to follow up, just to make sure, because sometimes we get really busy and we have great intentions as faculty to complete letters, but we don't get to it. So don't hesitate to go back, be very nice, and maybe follow up with a reminder if for some reason you feel the letter hasn't been sent out. Because what you don't want is to have everything there except that one letter, and it disqualifies your application. I actually like it. Students may think you're bothering us. No, I like it when a student prompts me, because oftentimes if you give me a long time out, which I want you to do, sometimes we put it to the side and we say, oh, I'll get that done, and then we forget about it. So don't hesitate to do that. Just be nice when you do it. But that's about it.
Anybody have questions about this letter? You'll have access to this template as well after this webinar.
Quick question. So it said faculty mentors. So does it mean, I know that it means that it has to be professors, but does it specifically have, does it specifically have to be professors that we have worked with? And if we have worked with, can it be just professors that we have worked with in class, or do we have to have worked with that professor outside of class?
Okay, I'm gonna give an opinion. You make the decision. Students do this a lot of times too. I'll have students contact us for dental school letters, and I say, well, I have a TA who's doesn't even have a doctorate. Can I use them? Remember your audience and remember what you're expecting to be put in a letter. If you put it from a faculty who you sit in the class and they just know you from in the class, you're going to get a completely different letter than the letter that someone you've worked closely with. So you want someone who can do justice in your letter. Otherwise, you're going to just get a letter. He's in my class. He did great. He showed up every day. Whereas he works with me side by side in the laboratory. I've seen him work, it's a different type of letter. So you make the decision which one you would like to submit.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood. Thank you very much.
All right, Brian, I'm going to stop share.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. Let's go back to share. Okay. So for the application and interviewing prep support, the application material review and feedback and mock interview practice will be available. So this is another unique aspect of this experience, being that you actually receive support even in applying for the internship. So a lot of internships and things are extremely competitive, and this is a great opportunity for you to get the support that you need in order to feel more comfortable and hopefully give you a chance to be selected. So the internship support and beyond. So we'll have in-person onboarding at Fermilab. So this will be at the beginning of the internship in May. We'll do kind of a welcoming session and an onboarding to get you feeling very comfortable about the experience. And then virtually, we'll do weekly touch plans. And what we'll do is we'll work with you and we'll determine what how you like to be communicated with and what cadence and things. And we're going to have some structured aspects of it, but then there'll be some informal pieces where, we try to work around, what works best for you and your schedule and your best form of communication. And then we also do in-person offboarding. So this is a chance at the end of the summer for us to talk about some of the lessons we learned, some of the opportunities for improvement, and then also to help you build a career and academic roadmap for your future as well. And I'll take a step back because I think we kind of moved a little quick there after the application. So applications will be due by February 3rd at 4 p.m. Central. And then between January and February, we'll be doing our mock interviews. By March 2nd, students will be selected by Fermilab, and by May 18th through August 7th, we will be completing our 12-week program. Now, Deb, have we confirmed the day for the onboarding and offboarding?
Well, we definitely are going to plan the onboarding to be the day before. So the day before move-in day, so probably the 17th.
Okay.
And then the offboarding, I think we're going to try to change it up from what we did this last year. I think we want it to be more like seated within the last week of the internship as opposed to at the very, very end. I don't know yet. That's still to be determined. But we'll definitely get those dates finalized by February.
Okay. All right. Well, here is Deb's contact information. And so she will be your number one source of information, and definitely take advantage. Please, if you want to write this information down, you can. Deb will also have it on the YouTube channel. But please take advantage. If you have questions, comments, or just any concerns or anything, please reach out as early as possible. So as we near the deadline, you don't feel like that you're rushing or scrambling towards the end. At the bottom, we also have some online resources. You can click the link, and that will take you to application questions, application checklist, requesting the letters of recommendation, and also a copy of this particular presentation.
And as far as the application questions, guys, so these are the actual application questions that will be in the online application, and they're in a Word format. And they're put that way specifically so you have time to reflect upon what you want to answer. And it would also give you an opportunity then to maybe share a draft of whatever it is you put together with us, because we're happy to review it. We're happy to look over it and help you make it as robust and as competitive as possible. The other thing is, as far as these questions go and answering them, one thing I would like to communicate to you on behalf of Fermilab is that they don't use the answers of these questions, because a lot of them are things like, well, what do you have skills in? What are your computer skills? What are your, laboratory skills? What types of equipments are you familiar with? And the thing is, you need to be 100% honest, because those are not going to be things that either give you a job or don't give you a job. That's not going to dictate whether or not you get the job. What that does is it helps match you to the best job possible. So that way you're comfortable and you're not overwhelmed, and it's something that you're familiar with, but yet you're a little challenged, but yet it still fits within your skill sets and your interests, right? So just be honest when answering those questions. And then as far as the checklist goes, there is a checklist in there talking about the dates and when things are due. And then requesting a letter of recommendation, that template that we went through, that is also out there as well for you to download if you'd like to use that to send out your emails.
Okay.
Brian, did you want to go through maybe the benefits? Like what's the whole point? Like what do they get out of it?
Yeah, so being very high level, first off, one of the main benefits is the experience.
Yeah.
And so as we get into a very, very competitive market, as you guys move through your career progressions and academic progressions, you are going to have a competitive market. And so one of the key benefits is you are getting tangible intern work, research, presentation skill, exposure, networking, etc. experience. And so with that, you also get two critical experiences. One critical experience can be what I like, and the other critical experience can be what I don't like. And both of them are equally important. You need to know what you like and what you don't like in life. And so being able to get some experience and maybe refocusing in your works, I mean, your academic schedule, and making sure everything is aligned with where you truly want to go is very valuable experience as well. Also, you're going to network. You're going to be able to build some connections within the Fermilab environment, but also throughout the process, we'll be able to get connected with you and be a great resource to you moving forward. And then also, you will be able to come back to the LSMRCE annual conference next year and basically be a voice of success for the internship program and be able to talk about your experience and promote opportunities for others to join us in the summer of 2021.
And then this is also a paid internship, right? Can you go out to that website? Yeah, can you go out to the website?
So I forgot one of the main ones there.
Yeah, there's housing, there's travel, there's all sorts of good stuff. So if you go out to the actual website, no, Brian, go to the one slide. Yeah, that one. And if you go to show slideshow, you should be able to click it. Yeah, you can do it like that too. And here we list all the different benefits. It includes the fact that you're going to get a salary. And actually, this is I think it's actually very generous as far as salary goes. So let's see here. Yeah, internship benefits. So basically, everybody, you're hired as an employee of Fermilab, right? So you're not going to be there as a quote unquote intern. You're actually an employee. And you get the weekly payment, and that's dictated by what year you're going to be in. And if you go out to the one website on the Fermilab that says students, you'll see what the pay rate is for which year you are. So like sophomores make a certain rate, juniors make a certain rate, seniors. And the year that you're going to look at is the year you're going to be. So like those that are sophomores today, you're going to see what the junior rate is. That's what you're going to base it on. Everybody gets round trip transportation to and from your home to Chicago. And then on top of that, Fermilab makes sure that you have transportation to and from the campus, the Fermilab campus, every single day. I don't know what they're going to do this year. I know last year what they did is they set up apartment housing for the SIST participants. And it was a roommate situation where there was either 2 or 3 individuals sharing a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment, I want to say it is. And then they had a car that they shared per apartment, and it was amongst those people at that apartment then to kind of like work it out amongst themselves as to who had the car when, who drove, who went and got groceries, those type of things. But yeah, so they actually provided a car for each apartment as well. And then on top of that, we as an LSMRCE will provide you travel to and from our conference each year going forward to come and present as well as to talk about your experience at Fermilab. Are there any questions about that?
Um, um,
Well, let us know if you do. I mean, because even if you can't think of them today, just go ahead, like Brian said, just drop me an email, and I'll get back to you right away.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So was there anything else, Brian?
No, I think we touched on everything. I guess the bigger thing is, are there any questions for us? Now, I know you may have more questions, as you start the process, or you're thinking about things over the next few weeks. So feel free to reach out during that process. But we are also open if there are any last questions for tonight.
Well, actually, Dr. Shaw, you said, Dr. Shaw, and you said that you accepted email questions, right?
Sure. Yes. Yeah. So you can feel free to send me an email. Do you have my? I don't know if it was posted anywhere, but I can give it to you if you need my email address.
Yes, please. I was actually thinking if by email I could talk to you about what my situation is. So
okay, and I was gonna make a comment because after I talked about the letter, I thought about some students may not have had mentorship from a faculty.
Yes.
And in that case, we can kind of discuss some options. There are options. There's ways to find someone, and I would need to look specifically. Deb may know right off the top of your head what the request is. Is it for previous research advising, or is it just a faculty person letter?
It doesn't matter. It's just a mentor.
Okay, so a mentor could it even be if they're involved in a program, say like LSM, could the mentor be someone that they work with?
Absolutely.
Through the program? Okay.
Oh, absolutely,
so, yeah.
Yes.
So there's we can talk about that. So there's other ways. So I can help you with that.
Understood. Thank you, doctor.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Feel free to contact me. You want me to give you my email address now?
Yes, if that's possible.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so it's SHAW
okay.
dot 961.
So you said
SHAW.
SHSW.
SHAW. So it's my last name, Shaw.
Shaw, yeah. Sorry.
And then a period. This OSU calls them dot numbers. So all of our emails are dot numbers. So I'm SHAW period 961.
961.
At OSU.
Oh, OSU.
Dot edu.
Dot edu.
Now, if you can't remember any of this, Google me. I will come up, and the first thing that comes up is my OSU contact.
And I just put that in the chat as well.
Yeah.
I'm
really easy to find.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so just contact me. Send me an email. We'll chat.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.
So who here thinks they're going to apply or has an intention to apply? Anyone in particular?
I think I'll apply.
Great.
Fantastic.
Well, the one thing you'll know, if you don't, you won't get in.
That's true. Obed, you said you as well?
Yes.
Fabulous. Excellent.
Yeah, I think definitely me. I'll give it a shot.
Good. I would very highly encourage it. And, and very rarely do you have the opportunity to apply for something like this where you have 3 people that are just saying, let us help you. You know what I mean? Tell us what you need. What can we do to support you to get you, through the application process, even though it's really it really isn't that complicated at all. But we just want to make sure that, you feel as if you have all the tools you need and all the support you need in order to apply.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Brian, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I recommend for those that are applying, I'm happy that you want to apply, but also make sure you take advantage of reaching out and asking questions if you do have them, so we can make sure that you put your best foot forward and that you absolutely meet the deadline. And as mentioned before, if you know someone that you feel like should have been on the call but wasn't, and you want to help a friend out or something, do share the information, as we do have a few slots available this year, and we'd like to make sure they're all filled, and that at least there's a wonderful experience awaiting our students this summer, and we want you to take advantage of it. I mean, we had a chance to go through our first one last summer. We learned some ways to make it even better for students, and so I'm excited about it. And the fact that we're getting started early, we got some momentum built up. Let's go ahead and really take advantage and get a good crop of students in, and give you guys an amazing experience this summer, or next summer, I'll say.
And just one more thing before we go. Once this webinar closes and it stops recording, I'll go ahead and I'll post it, as well as the other information that we shared this evening, all in that box. And I'll also send an email out to everyone, sending out those links so that you can access it easily as well. But one thing I do ask everyone, please, 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 if you would, just complete the survey. There's a link that's in your chat box, as well as it should automatically open your window once you close out of this webinar. I would really appreciate it. Our evaluator would appreciate it. It's just kind of a way for us to know if we're doing a good job.
Understood.
All right. Well, thank you all. Thank you,
Thank
Brian.
you.
Thank you, Dr.
No
Shaw.
problem.
Nice
No
to talk to
problem.
everyone. Nice to meet you,
Excellent.
Obed. Nice to meet you. Excuse me.
No, that's okay.
I guess we can
Meet everyone.
officially say we have started. The process has started.
That's right. And it will be summer before you know it.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Take care.
All right. You all have a good evening.
Bye.
Have a good evening. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.